Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. John and Ellie of Georgia Beer Reviews back at you this evening with a special evening edition of Stout Sunday. And joining me tonight, we have Mr. Bumpy Road Brewery.
Cheers.
Hello. For whatever reason, my computer seems to be acting up, so hopefully everything is coming out clear on your guys' end. And we've got Mr. Jean-Pierre, the Beverage Ramble. Good evening, John. And we have miscellaneous magnets on the way, I believe.
Yes. Good evening, Bumpy. Good evening, John. Good evening, everyone on YouTube world, in the United States, and around the world.
All right. So we will go ahead and get right into it and just let everybody know what we're drinking, and then we'll go back around and drink these things because it's a hot day and we're thirsty.
Yes.
So
very warm day here in Georgia. It got very warm going outside.
Yeah, hot here too
in Georgia. So
been hot
not pouring it. Yeah, just showing.
Yeah, just show it. We'll go back around and.
If you guys are familiar with can art like this, then you'll know that this is coming from the BBCO, the Burlington Beer Company, and this is called "Directions to See a Ghost." It's a 2021 variant Baltic style porter with Sangiovese grapes, aged in bourbon and Pinot Noir wine barrels. It comes in at 13.2% ABV, and it's canned on December 9th of 2021. So
nice.
5 months old, basically. 6.
All right. Mr. Jean-Pierre, what are you drinking this evening?
The cheap, inexpensive, nothing spectacular. Guinness Extra Stout, 5.6% ABV. Everyone knows popular, legendary this beer is. Nothing more needs to be said about it.
So, all right. Well, hopefully a little bit more.
Yep. Plain old.
Hopefully you'll tell us a little bit more about it when you start.
Yes. I will.
All right, and I haven't been able to do Stout Sunday in a while, so I figured I'd bring something really special, or at least I hope it's really special. Never had it before. This is from the Framing Hammer series from Jack's Abbey. This is the Samoa Bourbon Barrel Aged Framing Hammer, and the reason I'm so excited about this in particular is because it has cacao nibs and coconut in it, as well as caramel, and I am a coconut lover when it comes to coconut in porters and stouts. So really excited about this one. It is 12% alcohol. For whatever reason, though, this version does not have the ABV listed on the label. All the other ones I've had, they've had the ABV right here, and I looked everywhere. The alcohol percentage is not listed on this bottle anywhere, which I find really strange. But, oh well. It is 12%.
That the 2020?
It does not say. There's nothing. I don't know. I have to. Yeah, there's no date, no nothing. So maybe it's a year or two old. I don't know. But the alcohol, I mean, it's bottled. It's made in Massachusetts. I thought Massachusetts brewed beers were required to put the ABV on the label, but it's not on here. So I don't know. But it's a 12% alcohol beer. I believe it's a 2021 because it was with all the other 2021 bottlings. The Taza chocolate, the s'mores, and the gingerbread one were all 2021 bottles, and it was right next to them, and it's the same label design as the other ones. So I think it's a 2021. But anyway, very excited. This bourbon barrel aged Baltic porter. Ready to get into it here shortly. We got some comments. We got Commerce Ozzy in the chat. Cheers to you, Commerce. We've got Dustin in the chat. Cheers to you, Dustin. Alex, the beer master. I was watching his examination with Josh of these slushy XL beer or smoothie creamsicle, I think it was, from 450 North. Cheers to you, Alex. And Miscellaneous will be here in about 5 minutes. Cheers to you, buddy. Get home safe and crack open that beer. So let's go ahead and get right into this and start talking about these beers. Bumpy, I'm going to pull you up. And why don't you tell us all about your Gianna, whatever, grape and Pinot Noir barrel-aged BBC, if I can pull you up here. There we go. All right, there you go.
There I am. All right, let's give this a pour.
And let us know if you find that ghost too.
Yeah, maybe after having a few of these, that's when you can start seeing ghosts. Very fizzy head. So you. Oh, damn it! I didn't have enough time to look at the color of the head. It was, I guess, khaki tan, red hues coming through the bottom, like higher up even. So I don't know. It's a deep brown, anyways. Looked like it was kind of a thinner body as I was pouring it. It didn't look like used motor oil or anything. So. Some aromas, definitely getting the Pinot Noir wine for the most part. That's like noticeable right up front. Chocolate. A little bit of the bourbon barrel is actually in there. Some oakiness, a little bit of vanilla. It's kind of strange because when I start smelling the other things, that kind of wine barrel note goes away, and I'm actually able to smell just like chocolate and then bourbon. Yeah, still a little hint of the grape, the wine barrel.
Giovannisio grapes or whatever the heck they are.
Yeah, I'll spell it out.
Yeah.
SANG, so sang, IOVESE.
Sangiovese. Never heard of them. But
Genovese.
Sounds
must
fancy.
be Italian.
I was going to say it sounds like an Italian
the Genovese
word.
Yeah, but
it
smells pretty good.
Genovese
It smells pretty good. I'm
Genovese
liking the different barrel characters, and the grape, still comes through. So, in a Baltic porter, that's nice. With the chocolate, I don't really smell anything that reminds me of coffee, so that's cool. Cheers.
Cheers, Bumpy. And cheers, everybody in the chat. Cheers to you, Sam. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Hopefully you enjoy the stream.
Yeah, very thin body on this one. Thin, light body. There's a little bit of like kind of a sticky, syrupy feeling left over, but it glides right down. It's got a decent amount of carbonation to it as well. First notes, I'd say there's chocolate. There's a bit of a grape note. Then there's this burn. Kind of like the same type of burn, the flavor. It's like the burning feel, but with the flavor of bourbon.
Okay.
And a little bit winey.
When you say burn, though, you meant like you're talking about alcohol burn when you swallow it down, or just something else?
Yeah, it's kind of hot going down the throat.
Okay.
It's that burn that I get like if I drink like a bourbon. It's like
Okay, so yeah,
and it kind of has that flavor of where it makes me want to go just a tad.
Sounds delightful.
Yeah. As oakiness, there is the grape presence. I would say there's a bitterness to it. Ooh, I just belched up grape. That's interesting. Yeah, there's a bitterness to the back end of this one. A little bit of that kind of tannic barrel note. A light kind of roasty character from the malt. The chocolate's starting to turn into more like a baker's chocolate. But if we switch it, kind of hold it in your mouth for a while, you really taste a lot of the wine barrel, a lot of the grape on it. So if you just swallow it right down, it's kind of where you get the quick flash of that chocolate starting to go baker's chocolate. Bourbon, oak, a little bit of vanilla, slight roast, the burn down the throat. I'd say there is a slight alcohol presence on the flavor as well. This is making me want to go a little bit. So I don't know. I'll continue to drink on it and see, if there's anything else I can pick out of it or not. I don't think there's going to be. I think it's pretty much what it is. And I'll give it a score.
All right. Well, yeah, that sounds good. That's what we do here after all. Okay. It sounds really good. I'm kind of a little surprised by your description because the Burlington Beer Company stuff that I've had recently has just been dynamite. It sounds like maybe you're not as enjoying this one as much as some of the other ones that you've had. So
yeah.
All right. Those damn Sangiovese grapes.
What's going on?
Yeah, maybe they tried to add too many adjuncts and
maybe
kind of left the base behind a little bit.
And what's the ABV again, Bumpy, on this one?
13.2.
Whoa, okay.
That's a big one. Heavy hitter.
Oh,
all right.
So
yeah, we'll come back around here in a little bit to you, Bumpy. We got to go to Jean-Pierre with his Guinness Extra Stout.
So this is what I'm drinking, the Guinness Extra Stout, 5.6% ABV. It is beloved around the world. Bumpy and John, I'm sure I've mentioned this to you guys, and for those who are watching, my family from the West Indies, from Haiti, and the way they drink this beer's been around for a long time, has always been super, super, super duper cold. Same way they feel about Dragon Stout or some other beers. But as I've gotten older and been to quite a few bars and pubs around the New Jersey, New York area growing up before I moved to Virginia, then down to Mobile, and now here in Georgia, that is not always the case. Sometimes the case of drinking these is at a certain temperature, whether it be 45, 50 degrees. I think that's the temperature they're supposed to pour this in. So here's what the beer looks like as I poured it. It's a flavor of bitter and sweet. So smooth, a light bite with a dry finish. And I would say that's pretty much the sentiment that I would have having this over the years. Again, wise, I've always had it super duper cold. Out of the freezer for a certain amount of time, take it out, drink it, bottle, boom, crushing it. Man, refreshing. But warmed up or at a certain temperature, you really get all that full body flavor. Very nice creamy head, definitely, on this. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
John, and welcome in Miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous, how you doing, my friend?
Mad dash to get home.
You made it.
So definitely smooth, the nice creamy top head on top on this. Definitely a mild, very mild, if any sweetness to this is there, but very mild. Definitely nice texture, nice color. Again, for anyone who want to start drinking stouts, I recommend this. I recommend Murphy's. Even to the degree I recommend Kalamazoo Stout, which is what I had done earlier today. with Jay for Stout Sunday, the daytime version that aired earlier. That was at 6%. Just an overall good stout. You know, it doesn't do the body good. It is not nothing that is, gonna leave you in a certain way. I do enjoy the foreign extra stout, and I do have the coffee stout in my refrigerator. I'm going to review, and I did review the Kalamazoo, which I'm going to upload tomorrow. That should be on my channel, which I reviewed earlier today. So, but for this, you can't go wrong with this, folks. It is just a superb brew all the way around. Just clean, well done, nice dry finish. Just excellent. So it's not gonna get you in a very bad place because I love imperial stouts, very much so, especially the ones that are bourbon barrel age or ones that are stored in bourbon barrels. Ones a little bit higher at 10 or 11% ABV. Those are nice, sippable evening stouts to have before you turn in for the night, or you're home, you're watching, a movie on the tube. Pretty soon enough, because of the ABV, the movie might be watching you because you're laid out on the couch. So, but in any event, just a very good, this stout here, very good. So I'll have my score coming up.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, John. Miscellaneous just in time. Let's pull him up and find out what he's drinking, and go ahead and pour it up and give us the rundown and all that too.
That's all an ass, dude. All right, so I believe this is from the Canton facility, Canton, Massachusetts, or it's out of Boston, but I'm pretty sure when Bumpy and them went, they went with the Canton one. Yeah, this is from Trillium. This is their O-Nuts Imperial Stout with peanuts, almond, hazelnuts, and vanilla. Comes in at a whopping 11.7. First beer of the day, boys.
Nice.
And I told my wife to pull it out a half hour ago. Because John left
beer,
me
you mean?
this, yeah. Saying Stout Sunday was going to happen. So
nice.
Has been out for about a half hour. Still feels a little cold, though. It looks pretty viscous. Gloopy. If there's anything good on the bottom, you never know. All right, we're going to stop there. That's a very, very dark beer. Pretty effervescent, super dark. Cocoa almost got a reddish hue to it on the head. Very tight knit, frothy looking. Looks great. Very, very, very small brown hue at the bottom. Yeah, black, opaque, can't see anything through it. On the nose, it's definitely deep, rich, roasty malts. Getting peanut, not peanut butter. It smells like roasted peanut. I do get the almond. Hazelnut's there too. I'm a big sucker for the hazelnut. Vanilla's not too bright, I don't think. Definitely smells like a pretty robust beer. Thank you, Bumpy. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Get into it.
Cheers.
Get them nuts.
Definitely, yeah, like peanuts at the ballpark.
Man, full body, velvety smooth mouthfeel. I wouldn't say it's too thick of a beer. It's nice, hefty, a little bit of sticky lips. I'm not gonna pass out. Not yet. So I get almond. I do taste the peanut. Hazelnut's kind of in the back. You can taste it. Definitely getting like caramel, molasses, almost rich toffee flavors. It's not boozy. Forgot to mention that on the nose. Not getting any alcohol at all. Definitely has the presence that you're drinking a big beer. No heat. Wish there was a little more vanilla. Honestly, I think this is good. There's a little something I'm getting in there. Ooh, definitely get some dark fruit. Got prune.
That's interesting.
I think that's what it is.
Okay.
It's kind of like that prune and earthy. It's giving me almost like an acidity. You know how you get like that coffee acidity? It almost tastes metallic, but it's not the tin can or metallic flavor.
That acrid note, yeah.
It's not. I wouldn't say acrid. It's like I don't know. Astringent might be better. It's not like, oh, that's terrible, bad. Just like different. Yeah, it's holding ahead. Good lace. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Nice.
God damn.
Nice.
I hate it.
All right. Well, we'll come back around in a little bit to you. I'll pull myself up, and I am drinking. Well, I'll try to pull myself up.
Mommy, wow. Johnny's a big boy now.
There we go. Okay. So I'm really excited about this one. This is one of the Framing Hammer beers, Jack's Abbey Samoa version with coconut, caramel, and cacao nibs. 12% alcohol, 45 IBUs, aged in bourbon barrels. I hope there's a lot of coconut in it. That would make me very happy. All right, let's pour it up. And this is a Baltic Porter Jack's Abbey Craft Lagers. They focus on lager beers, and this Framing Hammer series is all bourbon barrel aged Baltic Porter. So there's your pour. It is very dark brown. It looks completely jet black on camera. The head is a dark tan head, nicely little, small, tightly knit bubbles, kind of a creamy look to the head, but it is dissipating pretty quickly, which for a 12% bourbon barrel aged stout, I can't say that I'm surprised. The aroma, all right. The cacao nibs are definitely coming through right up front. You get a little bit of that roasted malt as well, some dark chocolate, and some really darkly toasted bread notes. I'm not getting any coconut on the aroma. I am getting some of the caramel.
Needs more Sabro.
Yeah, really not getting coconut on the nose. Hopefully on the palate I will. A little bit of the barrel presence coming through on the nose as well. Some of the wood coming through, a little bit of that char. It smells nice. No alcohol presence on the aroma whatsoever, though. I will say that, other than the slight wood character from the barrel aging, but it doesn't smell boozy at all. So let's do it. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
The caramel's coming through, the cacao nibs, the bourbon barrel notes are definitely there, kind of as you get to the middle, and then when you swallow it down, you're getting that warming effect from the 12%, which kind of dries out the palate. Not really getting any coconut, though. Maybe just a little bit on that sip, but it's definitely not coconut forward at all. I was really hoping that it would be. I will say that the other flavors, though, are all on point. The barrel notes are really nice. The caramel, toffee notes, a little bit of a bitterness from the roasted malt. Just the richness and the deepness of that roasted malt gives a little bit of like a coffee type bitterness on the back end. The dark chocolate notes are there. Everything is there except the coconut. It's just very minimal with the coconut. I would have liked a little bit more of that. 45 IBUs. Yeah, that seems about right. But it doesn't seem like the bitterness is coming so much from the hops as it is from the roasted malt. Carbonation is light with this, but there is a little bit of a prickly carbonation. The body is on the medium side, a little bit thinner than a lot of your stouts, being that this is a porter. It's not super thick and viscous and motor oily and clingy to the inside of the cheeks, which I personally like. I find that to be the case with like the Bourbon County lineup for the most part, which I prefer my stouts to kind of drop off pretty quickly after you swallow them down. I don't like the really sticky, motor oil thick type stouts. So this is right up my alley, other than the fact that it's lacking the coconut flavor, because I was really looking forward to a big coconut flavor with this, and it's not there. But it's still a wonderful beer. If you like bourbon barrel aged porters and stouts, I don't see why you wouldn't like this, unless you're just disappointed that you're not getting a ton of coconut flavor. But great beer. I will come back around and give you guys a rating here in a little bit. I want to go to the comments really quick and just make sure we're not leaving anybody out or missing anything. Whiskey Scout is in the chat, says he forgot I was going to do this. Yeah, sorry, I didn't really give a lot of notice because I didn't know what time I was going to be home tonight. But I'm going to try to do, at least for the next couple of months, the Stout Sunday evening edition pretty consistently moving forward, because with baseball and just responsibilities that I have now on Sunday morning this summer, I won't be available. So that gives you guys more options. If you want it, there'll probably be a 10:30 show either on Alex's channel or Rontario, so you guys can join that. And if you can't make that, then you can come join the Stout Sunday evening edition with me until things get back to normal, where I start hosting the regular or the original, I guess I should say, Stout Sunday. Alex, cheers to you. Yeah, everybody in the chat, cheers. We appreciate the comments. Got a good chat going. So let's go ahead and go back around. We'll give our final thoughts and ratings on all of these wonderful beers. We'll go back to Bumpy Road with his Burlington Beer Company, Sangiovese and Pinot Noir Barrel Aged Burlington Beer Company, behemoth of a beer at 13.2%. What do you think, Bumpy?
One more negative flavor note that I have picked up as I've been drinking this. Robitussin. But a lot of the time, when we get the Robitussin, we get the cherry Robitussin. This is the grape flavored Robitussin. So, but yeah, it does have that cough syrupy type note. I think that's kind of a bit of that booziness, that alcohol note, mixing in with the grapes and the wine barrel, and then the bourbon barrel as well. Dry off the palate. Gives you that fuzzy tongue.
I did not blame you, Caitlin. I did not even mention your name. I just said I have responsibilities, so watch out.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say this one it's interesting. It is a thin body. It's a Baltic porter. Not a whole lot going on. Like I said, I think they kind of missed some of the base notes here. Maybe trying to get more of the wine notes to really shine through and not mask it too much. But yeah, it's kind of just coming off a bit, medicinal. Yeah, I'm at like an 87 out of 100 for this.
87. Wow. Okay. That's probably the lowest rated Burlington Beer Co. beer that you've reviewed, or that I've seen you review at that score.
I think so.
Okay.
Especially the barrel aged stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it really sounded good based off of the description and everything with the grapes and all of that. So that's too bad. So 87. Let me get that in there.
I found the ghost, by the way.
You found the ghost. All right.
Yeah. The ghost was my money that I spent on this beer.
It just disappeared, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jean-Pierre, what are you thinking about the Guinness Extra Stout? I have a feeling that score might be beat out by Jean.
Yeah, I mean it's as old school as it gets. It's an enjoyable stout, very well done. Nothing too overly bad about this. Again, introductory to folks who have not drank stouts. Yeah, they've been doing this since 1759. As you can see by the right there, the year. I'm gonna go 93 out of 100. It's just a very good, enjoyable stout. It's again because of the history, the longevity of this product, and what is done. I know they're brewing they sent it back to Dublin, Ireland, to brew this version, and I know that some of the other Genesee beers are being brewed in Baltimore and other places, but yeah, this is a really good, enjoyable stout. I'm trying to look in the bottle. I think one time, if I agree, this may be a couple of years back when I saw something that said malt liquor for the Guinness Extra Stout. It had a little sign or emblem on it that said malt liquor, but it's right now I have not seen that yet in the back of the labeling, nor in the front, which is the traditional front cover. So yeah, so 90. What score did I give it? 90 what?
93.
93 out of 100. Yeah.
You looked into the bottle too long.
Sounds good, Sean.
Yeah.
Okay. We gotta. We'll go back to miscellaneous. I'm really
Yes, Bumpy. Way too long. Oh man. I'm tired. It's a long day, man.
Right.
I hear you.
I've got too far into this, but I got some thoughts. This beer has the quality of like a barrel-aged beer. It has almost that essence of drinking it, to where it almost gives you that thought, that second thought about it. I think it would be a great idea if they did put this in some barrels. It'd be straight to the top, I do like this though overall. Now that it's warmed up a little bit more, I like I dig the smell, man. The nice dark fruit, prune, maybe a slight raisin. The adjuncts work well with it. The addition of the nuts. The vanilla is starting to come a little bit more to light as it sits out. Definitely a chocolate presence to this. It's decadent, not over the top though. It's not in that cloying sweet area. I'm enjoying this a lot. Thoughts on it score-wise? I think this is the first stout I've had from Trillium, so I don't know. I feel comfortable putting this at like a 95. It's pretty good.
All right.
There's better products out there. Like I said, if they barrel aged this, I definitely think it would elevate it. Definitely would elevate it to almost like borderline world class range, in my opinion. That outstanding, that right there on the cusp. I think that's where it would put it. So good beer. Like I said, yeah, thanks Bumpy for the beer. Good looking out.
Yeah.
One of the things that I really liked about it was just the peanut flavor was some of the freshest. Like you get some of these peanut butter stouts and they use the powder or artificial flavoring. Like I felt like the Trillium O-Nuts had such a authentic, like ballpark type feel with the peanut flavor.
Like a real roasted peanut flavor, yeah. For sure. The almond flavor's there. I get it. The hazelnut's a little bit more in the background, which is okay. I could still taste it, but yeah, 90, 95. Very, very good product. If you see it or you can still get it, take a stab at it.
All right. I'll pull myself up one more time and give you guys a rating on the Samoa Framing Hammer. This is probably my least favorite, actually, of the Framing Hammer beers that I've had so far. Just because the coconut is really just not there. Everything else is spot on. and because coconut's supposed to be one of the main flavors in here, I'm just simply not getting much at all. Even as it's warming up a little bit, coconut is really just not coming through much on the nose or the palate. It's there, but it's so in the background. Everything else just overpowers that flavor. So more coconut, guys. Put more coconut in it. The rating would be much higher. I'm going to go with a 93 out of 100. Just kind of getting into the solid A range, but on the lower end. They could have done a lot better if they put more coconut in this. I feel like the coconut with the caramel and the chocolate. I mean, it's supposed to taste like a Samoa Girl Scout cookie, right? Well, coconut is a very big flavor in those cookies, and it's just not coming through very much at all. So more coconut, and this one would be borderline world class, I think. Okay, so really quick, we can go around and do some shout outs if you guys have anything, and then we'll wrap it up because we got to go over to Josh's beer bowl discussions. So I'll start with Bumpy since he went first. What do you got? Any shout outs you want to talk about?
All right. Well, yeah, I'll do a couple promo type things. Got the 50-point inspection videos. I put those out on Wednesdays and Fridays. Those are my beer reviews. Monday night, which will be tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on my channel, Bumpy Road Brewery. Go to New Brew. It's a show where you bring a beer that you've never had before. Panel members, if you can come up with a question to ask, and people in the chat as well. Bring a question, throw it out there. Your question may end up as part of the show because that's a portion of the show is the panel answering a question or two. Sometimes they're odd and weird, really make you think. Sometimes they're just, what do they call that? You just toss it up and you knock it out of the park because it's a gimme. So, yeah, and then check out my OnlyFans on. Just kidding. No OnlyFans.
Not yet.
Yeah. Real quick, I'll shout out Beer Man. I'll do Just As Beer and Cheese Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Beer Man's channel. Beer and cheese. It's Asiago, Swiss, or any cheddar cheese. The beers to choose from, there's 3 different beers. One is any wheat beer. And then there's an alt beer. And the other one, I don't remember. American Brown.
Okay. All right.
Cheers.
Okay. Thank you, Bumpy. Yeah, everybody be sure to go check out Beer Man. He's got not only the beer and cheese, but a lot of other great shows and beer reviews and all of that. Looking forward to his brewery opening up soon, or he's got that going on as well. So that'll be pretty cool.
Beer Man in the Great Northwest.
That's right.
For sure.
Okay, so Jean, you got anything?
Yeah, enjoy the stout. Thank you for doing this, John, tonight. A lot of fun. I have I will upload the Kalamazoo stout that I did with Jay today. I reviewed it, and that will be uploaded on my channel, as well. I did the Farm Island Organic IPA. There's no website. We don't know who, but the beer is exclusive to Trader Joe's, so that should give you a hint right there. Who their beer being sold exclusively to. So I had reviewed that one. On my channel, I got the Neon Beer Hug. I'm going to review. I still got the Guinness Coffee Nitro Stout, and also I had picked up another beer. I'm trying to think what that was. It was something locally. Okay, I said the Kalamazoo Stout, the Neon from Goose Island. I already done the Hazy and the Tropical Bear Hug IPAs that they do. There's one. I got the Neon. I'm gonna review that this week, and I had one more other beer I had picked up. But it was something from Bell's, might have been. But yeah, so that's what I have coming up on my channel. Of course, Wednesday night, Ronald J. Terry will be doing a look back on Old English 800, and you have Fandango Friday coming up on his channel. We're going to do liquor and liqueurs, so you can do that. That will be at 6:30 Eastern on Friday for that, the Fandango Friday. Wildcard Wednesday, the Old English 800, that will be at 7:30 Eastern on his channel. So, but those are the 3 beers that I mentioned that I will be reviewing. So stay tuned to my channel. Who knows? I might pop up with something else different. Kind of how it is. So.
All right. Good deal. Well, thanks for joining, John, on kind of last minute notice type of thing. We appreciate it.
I pay attention to the booze, right? I pay attention to that a lot.
Well, good deal. All right. So miscellaneous. You got anything?
I sure do. All right, so for my channel, it should be Thursday, the Thursday night beer session. Me, Bumpy, and East Coast LQ reviews. We're going to do an examination of Boulevard Stuff of Legends. It's a barrel-aged product from them. Yeah, that'll be at 8 o'clock Eastern on my channel, Miscellaneous Brew Reviews. Other than that, Beer Man, another shout out for him. I Like Your Style Wednesday was a picture of the late, great Betty White. Anything that reminds you beer-wise to Betty White, whatever comes to mind, that's what it's going to be for I Like Your Style. You know,
Nice.
Betty, get the picture of Betty doing the dab, or it's lots of photos out there. Lots of ways you can go with that. Other than that, Wednesday will be brewery review at Tanner's. Oh God, I can't remember the brewery.
Allagash.
Allagash, that's right. They're going to be checking out Allagash Brewing Company. That'll be 8 o'clock. No, 9 o'clock on Wednesday. He also does Saturday. It'll be Rate That Beer. Just bring any beer at 8 o'clock Eastern on Saturday. Could be a revisit, new product, anything like that. Come and join. And go check out FLX Beer Reviews. Dan and Mike, nice guys. They've been coming around, hanging out a little bit. So we're doing some good stuff. We're getting some outside pointers and things like that. It's good.
Nice.
I think that's it. Cheers, guys.
All right. Cheers, everybody. We'll go ahead and wrap this up because I know we've got other stuff coming up here shortly. Y'all go check out Last Beer. The Beer Bowl discussions going live in 8 minutes on Josh's channel. So thank you to John and Bumpy and Miscellaneous for joining me for this evening edition of Stout Sunday. I really appreciate it. We really appreciate all the comments in the chat, everybody tuning in to watch. Hope everybody has a great rest of their weekend. Enjoy your family, your friends, your baseball, your whatever it is that you're doing this evening. And we'll catch you here all on the next one. Until then, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.